Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
So last night we got to see a pre-screening of this wonderful movie, Love, Simon.
It's so good, you guys. It's
It it was amazing. One of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
honestly, I think it was one of the best movies I've seen ever. And I
Yeah.
I think we agreed that this is our first and possibly only A plus rating.
Yeah, cuz
And
we're usually really we're a
we're
bit
critics. We're critics.
yeah, we really criticize movies. Like even our favorite ones, there have been things we really don't like about them.
Definitely.
But not this movie. I can't find anything I don't like about this.
Honestly, the only thing that I was bothered by is there's one point where the
Yeah.
Ferris wheel goes in the wrong direction, and if that's all that I can find wrong with a movie,
Yeah.
that means it's a really, really good movie.
Yeah. I also love how the representation didn't feel like it was forced. Like you
Yeah,
said, it was natural.
that's a really great thing because some movies it's like we must have diversity, and
Yeah.
it feels very forced and unnatural and kind of awkward. But this one, you kind of it's not that you don't notice, but you just
Yeah.
it feels so natural
Yeah.
that you're just like this is a normal thing, which is exactly
Yeah.
what they were trying for, is to make it a normal thing.
Yeah, and they succeeded. I mean, it was done beautifully.
And oh, the music, the cinematography, all of it was just it
Yeah.
was just stunning. Like
Yeah, I remember with the music, the first thing I told you when we walked out of the theater was that I love this soundtrack. I need
honestly,
to buy it.
I'm gonna pre-order something. And when I got home yesterday, I immediately started looking up when can I pre-order Love, Simon? When can I pre-order? Like, is it available? It's not
Yeah.
available on iTunes yet, which made me so upset.
Yeah, I know.
The soundtrack is available on iTunes for pre-order, but the movie isn't. And I'm just like, please let me buy
have it
this
sooner.
movie. I need to buy this movie like immediately.
Yeah, me too, me too.
One thing that I absolutely adored about this movie is how relatable,
Oh my
every
God, yeah.
single character was. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, the drama teacher.
That's
It's just-
me. That was me.
honestly, almost every single one of these characters I related to on one level or another, which was amazing.
Yeah.
It was just like, it's really hard to find a character that you identify with that much, but to identify with almost every single
Yeah.
character in a movie is it's unheard of.
It's beautiful because you feel like a part of you is a part of that movie, that
I know.
you're being represented no matter
like
who
no
you
matter
are, what
no
you
matter
are.
who you are, no matter what you identify as,
Yeah.
you can relate to someone in this movie, and whether it's because you're part of the LGBT community,
Yeah.
or you just can't stand people who do musical theater badly. Which is just you'll understand if you watch the movie.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
you should.
will.
You should. It's a great movie.
Go see it. So another thing I loved about this movie is that it didn't give anything away, the story at all. Like you were always kept guessing
Oh,
about
yeah.
who Blue is.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like it was such an emotional roller coaster because even when he was guessing, even when Simon was guessing who Blue was, you're like, ooh, well, maybe it's not that one, but maybe it's this one. And
Yeah.
honestly, like up until the very end, when you do find out, so don't worry, you do find out who he
Yeah.
is, and no spoilers. But
Yeah.
even up until that moment, when you find out, you're like, oh, it
Yeah.
was so great. It was
And,
such a great
I'm
thing.
normally the type of person who immediately guesses who the person is, because I will know, but
I
with this
can't watch
movie,
mystery movies.
I think
or,
I made
books or
5 guesses and all of them were wrong.
Yeah, me too. But I get that way where I'm, watching a mystery movie, or I'm reading a book that's, talking about murder or something, and I'm like, okay, I know who's done it. It's the end of chapter 1. I know who the murderer is. Okay, let's move
Yeah.
on. But this, it was
Yeah,
you're just like,
we didn't know.
oh wow, it was really, really great.
Yeah, it was. I agree. Something else that was great about this movie was the fact that it was so well balanced between the sad parts and the humor. Like, even if you find yourself crying, you'll
Which
be
we
laughing
did,
a
which we
second
did.
later.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like I experienced almost every single human emotion during this movie. I mean, I was mad, I was happy, I was laughing so
Yeah.
hard my sides hurt, I was crying, I was cringing. It was just every single emotion possible during this movie.
It was
so
one of
great.
those rare movies where at the end, where the credits start rolling, people start clapping.
Honestly, the entire theater just was like, I mean, not thunderous applause, but it was
raining.
like every
applause.
single person. there was no thunder, but it was definitely rain. A storm was a brewing. If you're planning on seeing Love, Simon, you absolutely should. And if you're not, you should change your mind, because this movie is fantastic. And I truly believe that this is possibly going to be my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
It's amazing. So, A+.
Yeah, go see the movie. It was beautiful. You will not regret it.
You'll cry. You'll cry.
You will. Bring tissues.
Yes, definitely. Please remember to like and subscribe.
And if you'd like to see Annie fail, click on this video.
Dude! Well, speaking of fail, do stay tuned, because the next video that we upload will be the great hair disaster of 2018. So stay tuned. Finger guns!
Because that's still cool.